y'all, welcome to another installment of 12 Days of Storytime. And I feel like I have to make this one because it's going to tie into a lot of bullshit that ends up happening in the future, because I already know that this is not going to end well. But before we even get into that, thank you guys so much for sticking it with me through 12 days of story time. Again, if you guys are not aware, I am doing a GoFundMe to help with my family and I's expenses. Please make sure you head down to the description box or the pinned comment to check it out. If you cannot help, just make sure you share it. If you don't feel like it, just make sure you watch all my videos through and through. Also, there's too many of you guys watching but not commenting. I don't understand why I'm taking all my time to do this and y'all not even interacting. So please interact with the videos. My birthday is in a few days. Well, maybe like a week and some change. Right now it's 12 days, but I don't know when this particular video is going to go out. If you guys ever want to get me anything, please make sure you guys check out the Amazon wish list down below. So let's get into it, right? Y'all already seen that story. If you haven't, go check it out, about how I had a cousin that was literally forcing her daughter to eat throw up. And then I told my mom, and then years later, my mom went and told her, like, yo, I heard you making your daughter eat throw up. So, of course, this is my friend's cousin. I think we called her Yolanda or something of the sort. Well, we gonna call her Yolanda today because I don't feel like going to figure out what the fuck I called her, right? So this lady, right, I'm not gonna say I hate her. I'm not going to say I have a problem with her, because not necessarily. I just don't like your character, and I obviously don't like the way you parent, because you're out here stuffing throw up down your daughter's throat. So fast forward, right? I've never seen my little cousin ever again. So I don't think we ever named the little girl, aka Yolanda's daughter. So we're just going to name her, call her Madison. Okay, so I saw Madison when I was 15. That was my first time going to France. Stayed there for 2 months. Didn't care for the experience. I don't see the hype with France. Yada, yada, yada. I even made a video about that. Hopefully I remember to link all of these down below, right? I personally went there against my will, but I feel like she kind of asked for me to be there because, like, she kind of was obsessed with me as a child type vibe. So I was like, oh, you know, just send her over here. One thing about my family, they good for sending someone somewhere. They good for taking somebody in. They good for, oh, well, you can't handle her, I can handle her. It's very interesting. Like, I realized, like, my family is full of really nice people. That's probably why they don't fuck with me, because I don't fuck with that shit. Like, and I don't want to say I'm not a nice person, but, like, versus the average person that's gonna out here willy-nilly do whatever and say yes to everything. I'm just not that. Okay, my family, they're very big on, oh, let's just do it. Oh, I'll just give you the $5,000. Like, that's the type of people they are, and I'm very much like, are you fucking stupid? Leave me alone. I haven't seen Madison since I was 15. I've seen photos of her here and there, but I don't know her from Adam. And one thing I hate is when people be on some, oh my God, remember me? I saw you when you were 3. Like, bitch, I don't remember, and I don't give a fuck. Okay, and I would never do that to any of my family members, because I know that they probably be having the same thought I have, like, pas changer, like, I do not remember you. Okay, so not too long ago, I got a text message from Yolanda, right? Like, it was just like, oh, hey, I really need to talk to you about something. If you guys are not aware, I talk about this all the time, right? I have bipolar disorder, anxiety, generalized depression, shit like that. So I also have ADHD. When people say I need to talk to you or I need to tell you something, tell you later, that shit gives me insane anxiety, okay? Do not sit there and tell me you need to tell me something and not tell me right then and there, because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna obsess over it for the entire day. What is it? Are they mad at me? Do they wanna break up with me? Are they like, I hate that shit. So I'm just like, okay, what's up? She doesn't answer. I send her question mark. She doesn't answer. Bitch, the fuck you want? And again, I don't beef with her. I don't have a problem with her, but it's like, we don't talk like that. Okay.
I believe I forgot this part. So since I couldn't take the fact that she wasn't answering me fast enough, I did the next best thing. Call my mom. Okay. I called her and I said, yo, why is Yolanda hitting me up? Like, we don't even talk like that. Like, what's going on? And my mom tells me, like, oh, yeah, you know how I'm always telling you about Madison and her behavior. Apparently, she can't take it anymore. She's defiant. She's failing. She's out all times of the day and night when she doesn't have to be in school. And, you know, basically, they want to know if you could take her in. Come again, bitch? The fuck I look like a legal guardian? I don't have time for that. I'm in my white couch era, bitch. There's a reason I ain't got kids. There's a reason. No, like, I don't have time for that. Like, no, like, I was just like, what? For what? Like, is it really that serious? And she's like, I don't know. You're going to have to talk to her about it. Ja, ja, ja. Like, bruh.
Yolanda is also the cousin that I said be sucking DMX dick. Everything DMX want, everything DMX say, everything that DMX says is good or bad or whatever is law for her. So it's just like I don't really like banging with her because DMX out here be MIA. And I understand that because DMX is like literally like the head of the family, like I said before. But at this point, it seemed like they're trying to hand that shit to me, and I rebuke that shit in the name of Jesus Christ. Do not try to make me the new head of anything, because he out here not answering phone calls, doing all of this shit, but then he pulling strings from behind the scenes, and it don't really make sense to me. So I'm sitting here trying to figure out what the fuck she want, why she keeps talking to me or whatever. And eventually she's like, oh, I'm gonna call you. So I got that message maybe on Saturday. She hit me up and she said she wanted to call me on Monday. I was getting my nails done. So I get on the phone with her. I'm like, hey, like, what's going on? Like, is everything okay? She's like, oh, there's just something I want to talk to you about. Now, this is the thing. This is how she freaking talks. She talks in circles and it gets on my nerves. And it doesn't help that she's speaking in French and I don't want to hear it because that's little oppressor's language. I don't give a fuck. I said what I said. I meant what I said. And I'll say it again. Unless you were born in France, leave me the fuck alone. She speaks that Creole French that just like irks your nerves. It's like, who are you trying to impress? Like, it's very annoying, and I know it's probably natural because she was born in Haiti and then moved to France, but it's like, y'all need to pick a problem. Speak French or speak Creole. That mélanger shit is very irritating. J'étais voulu parler avec de un begin avec Madison. Et nous un problème avec Madison. Donc, elle a pas. I'm like, Jesus, fuck, get to the point. And she's basically like, yeah, like she just, you know, she doesn't want to, she doesn't really care about school. Her grades aren't doing well. And, you know, it's to the point where like, I just don't know what to do with her. I don't know what to say to her because like, you know, I understand she's a young girl. Are you still talking? Like, lady, what do you want? T'es juste baisé, Madison, à l'États-Unis. I just wanted to know if I could send Madison to the United States. Nigga, why you asking me this? I was talking to DMX. T'as parlé avec DMX. L'était dit, nous t'es qu'à mener Madison viva vel, me connaît ou gekayou. You know, I was talking to DMX and basically he's saying, you know, we should send Madison to live with you because, you know, you got your own place. There's a reason I ain't married and I ain't got no kids yet. I hope y'all know that. Besides the fact that I'm basically taking care of my parents all day and night and the fuck. It's aside from that, that's whatever. I don't want no damn kids in my house. My walls are white, and I hope they stay like that. Like, I don't need no kids in my house. Now, that's the thing, right? Let's just put a pin on that. When it comes to Madison, I've heard nothing but bad about her. I don't think it's her fault, and I really don't think it's accurate because we all know how Haitian parents are. They will literally take one little thing and drag that shit. For the past few years, I've heard my mom talking to Yolanda, or my mom would tell me like, yo, Yolanda's going through it with Madison. Madison is drawing on walls. Madison is being defiant. Madison is staying back in school. So I already knew the gist of it. But what I could never understand is what's really, truly going on, because Madison is grown. At this point, Madison just turned 16. When I'm hearing all of this, she's like 12, 13. Like, maybe she's artistic, maybe she's the next Picasso, or maybe she has a cognitive issue. Like, that's all I've been thinking every single time they tell me this shit. So I'm just like, y'all need to get her help. She's not good in school. She's failing classes. Get her a tutor. She's drawing on walls or whatever. Get her a psychiatrist, a psychologist, or someone to evaluate her to tell y'all what's going on. But like, y'all sitting here yelling at the girl, beating the girl, all of that, like shit. I remember watching this lady force her kid to eat throw up. And that's where that last story time ended off, because she tried to say I was lying about it. And it's like, why the fuck would I lie about something like that? That's extremely specific. And it's not even like y'all could say, oh, I was too young to remember. Nigga, I was 15. So it's like, it comes to a point where it's just like, I don't understand why parents, right? And obviously I don't have kids yet. And maybe my opinions will change, but it's like, as someone that's worked with kids for years, I've been a teacher, I've done so much. It's just like, A lot of problems could be resolved if you just listened to your kids, if you just spoke with your kids, if you actually put time and effort into your kids. And what doesn't help with Yolanda's situation is she did remarry, right? And we all know the whole step parent thing could be a problem for a lot of kids. A lot of kids be on some, that's not my dad and I don't give a fuck. So from what I understand, sometimes she kind of treats the stepdad like that, like on some, I don't care about who you are, but you can't really blame her. You feel me? Like, it's hard. So it's just like, I don't know if she really has a problem or as many issues as they're trying to say she does. And quite frankly, that has a lot to do with this. And also, she's never been to the States. So you're talking about sending a girl to live in another country because of her behavior when you don't really understand what's going on with her. She's never been here, and I haven't seen her since I was 15. She was turning 1 when I saw her. So it's just like, I don't think it's a good idea. I was like, you might be having issues with her and there's a problem here, that needs to be explored, but sending her to another country that she doesn't know, where she doesn't know the language, simply because you can't deal with her is just not going to be a good idea, especially in her formative years. Like, she's only 16. It's probably just one of those things where she just wants to chill and hang out and go out with her friends. Have you tried asking her? And she's like, yeah, like I ask her what's wrong. I ask her if she needs help with school. She says no, but then the grades come back and she's practically failing everything. And I'm like, you have to figure out what's going on with her before you try to like send her to a place that she's never been, because it's just, I feel like it's not right. But here's what we could do. When she has a break, like Christmas, Easter, I don't know how it works in France, whatever break she has, you could send it to me for like a week or two. I'll assess from there. But like, as of right now, I think we should put a pin on that. Like, I just don't think it's something that makes sense. And she's like, oh, well, DMX was saying, maybe it would be best to send her with you because, you turned out so well. And, you don't play that. Yeah, I really don't play that with kids. I think you guys should try something safe, okay? Try exploring something safer, because really, I don't do with attitude. I don't deal with bad kids. My favorite quote is, I don't deal with badass kids. I used to say that to my students all the time when I was a teacher. I don't deal with badass kids, so you either gonna put up or get out. Like, I don't have time for that. We could have fun, we could chill, we could do whatever, but I don't deal with bad kids. Like, the moment you start being defiant is the moment you're gonna have to get on out. I don't care. However, I'm very sympathetic to kids having issues. Kids do have real problems. Kids do go through serious mental health problems. And unless you're going through a mental health crisis, I don't deal with badass kids. So if she's gonna come here and start running up shit, start going out with boys and if I were men, not I'm not the one. And for me to give up my entire office for this child, I don't know how that's finna work. Like, I'd have to move so much shit around to accommodate this child. And to be quite frank with you, I don't feel like it. I really don't want to. And I know she's the type of person that would send me money. Like, she'd probably pay half my rent. And I mean, that would be a cool opportunity. But at the same time, I'm a fucking parent. I don't want to be a parent at 30. There's a reason I don't got kids right now. Like, I wanted to make it to 30 without having kids, and I'm on track. Okay, I'm on track to commit into that promise that I made to myself. You feel me? So it's just very interesting to me that that her and DMX thought it would be a good idea to send that shit to me. I'm just sitting here perplexed, because I'm just like, who decided that it made sense to talk to me about this and not even ask me about it? Like, y'all just decided y'all gonna send her here to me. Like, DMX, the fuck are you doing? Like, I understand DMX is going through his own shit right now. Like, I think his wife put a hex on him, but that's for another story for another time. More than likely for the Patreon. But he is going through some shit financially, spiritually, mentally, physically. Like, he got a lot going on. So I get that he wouldn't be able to take her in. But one thing about DMX, he is known for taking niggas in. Okay, he's taking in people that weren't even related to him type. You about to hang up your Captain Save-A-Ho cloak and give it to me? No, nigga, burn it. Burn it. I don't want anything to do with this. But hey, she could come for a vacation. She could come for a break. I have no problem with that. And when I'm at my man's house or when I'm doing whatever I need to do, I'll just drop her at my parents' house. It just is what it is. I feel like this is one of those situations and a conversation that needs to be explored. Like, they need to get her a specialist. They need to get her someone that could observe her and, figure out what's really going on. And if it really is just a defiant issue, a puberty thing, like, we all know, like, a lot of us when we were anywhere from the ages of 12 to 19 had an attitude problem. Okay. We wanted to just be out with our friends. Maybe we were failing classes. Like, I literally was a B/C student, and it wasn't because I couldn't, it's because I didn't fucking feel like it. I just wanted to pass and be done with it. However, out of all my friends that was out here getting straight A's, I'm the one with a master's. I'm the one with my own business. You feel me? So a lot of times what you see a kid doing in school is not their true capacity and not their true interest. For me, I literally struggled with ADHD my whole life. I only technically have ADHD because they dropped ADD. Technically, I have ADD, but formally now it is all called ADHD, right? If I had the help that I needed as a kid, I probably would have excelled better, but does it really fucking matter? I still got a master's anyway. You know, sometimes some things are very temporary, right? And sometimes you really have to like monitor a child's progress, really look at how a child is dealing with certain things in their current life and see if it's something that's going to persist. And I will say I had a horrible attitude with my parents, especially in high school. And I was extremely emotional, but I was undiagnosed bipolar, which I expect. Like, I would cry for everything. I'd be breaking shit. Like, but I wasn't bad in school. Like, that shit I would just do at home, like in my room type shit. My parents were like, what's wrong? Stop getting PT when I'm like, yo, fucking leave me alone. Like, I didn't say that, obviously. I'd just be like, I'd just be crying and screaming. And child, like, now that I think about it, it was a problem. It was sad, but I do wish like my parents would have tried to do something to make me feel a little happier. Like, damn, give me some ice cream or something. Like, you know, I don't want to talk about it because I ain't gonna tell you shit, but like, damn, just try to do something to alleviate the pressure that I was going through, right? So I feel like with a lot of these kids that a lot of people deem bad or defiant or whatever the case may be, maybe 1% of them do need to be sent away, right? Maybe 1% of them do need to go to military school, reformative school, or whatever the hell types of options they have for kids like that these days. But a lot of them just need a kind gesture. They just need a hug. They just need someone to listen to them, to gauge what's really going on so they could get the help they need, right? So I will say this is going to be very interesting. I didn't say yes, but I didn't say no. I basically just said, let me know when her next break is and send her to me so I can see what's going on. Or at least so she could see the United States, try to learn the language, try to see like, you know, just try to, you know, because I feel like that's really important and it's just not fair to her and it's not fair to any child to just send them away. Like, I was upset when they sent me to France for 2 months and didn't even ask me. It was just like, I thought I was about to have a hot girl summer and they were like, nope, you going to France. So I feel like that's another problem. Stop doing things to your kids or for your kids and not telling them, you know, like you're betraying that child's trust. But with that being said, I'm going to put a pin in it. Okay. Like, I'm going to definitely follow this. And y'all want to subscribe to see how this shit goes because y'all already know I don't really care for Yolanda. I really don't. Like, she's just, I don't know. So will I do her this favor? I don't know. I really just need to see how her kid is and see how that goes because yeah, this is a very different type of situation that I did not expect. With that being said, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to see y'all next time. Bye!